So one of the wonderful things about West Point is that they recognize here how important technology is, and that certain things that we used to do in the past, we don't have to do by hand anymore because there's technology that can do that. And I'm really happy that we can do it that way. So there's two ways I'm going to show you how to do this problem, the old school way and the Mathematica way. I'm going to start with Mathematica because that's what I prefer, but I do recommend that you look at the other way because, you know, one of the things somebody told me once is we were skipping some of the material that was learned. Like we didn't learn abstract algebra anymore, this graduate level course, because you don't need that to study partial differential equations. But one of my German colleagues told me the problem is that the professors know that material, but when they don't give it to us, we no longer know it, and we can't ever even draw upon it or think about it because we don't know it. So I'm going to show you both ways, and just struggle through it with me. I know you can skip it, but I hope you don't. So let's look at this on Mathematica first. How do we do this? Well, it's easy peasy. So here's my problem. I just click the click down here and it gives me a new line. So I'm first going to enter my matrix. A is equal to, and put in, insert, table matrix, new, and it's a 2 by 2. So I'm going to have to put it in that way. What's nice about doing things in Mathematica like this is you cannot, one of the biggest things that students do is mess up the signs. I can't mess up the size of the matrix. I have to know what the size of the matrix is before I enter it into Mathematica, and then I can see that it looks the way it's supposed to look. I'm looking at it right now. It looks identical to what WebAssign has. So I go Shift Enter, and then the command to get the inverse is just inverse, square brackets, A, Shift Enter. Now that's not the form that I'm used to, so I go display as matrix. Now, if I want the decimal answers to this, what I can do is I can go here and put a 5.0 and a 20.0, and then it'll start giving me decimal answers. Let's do that. I just want to show you this trick. So if you need the decimals, Shift Enter, and then inverse A, it'll give it to you in decimal form. You see that? So let's just go back and look at what is asked. Go back over here to my PowerPoint, put it here, and look, here's exactly what WebAssign got it right again. Now, how do I do this by hand? There's the method of using determinants, well, the first step is to find something called the determinant of A. So the determinant of A by hand is you multiply this direction, so that's 5 minus 9, and you subtract the product in this diagonal. Minus 2 and 20 is on the other diagonal. You have to be careful with signs, and you get minus 5. Now you can also go to Mathematica and go det A, Shift Enter, and you get minus 5 with just, I would prefer to do it on Mathematica because I make minus sign errors and all kinds of arithmetic mistakes. So here I can just get this answer on Mathematica. So you get minus 5. Then I use this formula. If A is A, B, C, D, then the formula for A inverse is 1 divided by the determinant of A times these two swapped and these two with negative signs. So if I do that, 1 divided by the determinant of A is 1 divided by minus 5, and swapping these two gives you the minus 9 goes in the upper left corner and the 5 goes in the lower right corner, and changing the signs on the cross diagonal gives you a 2 here instead of a negative 2, and a minus 20 instead of a positive 20. And you can bring that minus 5 into every term, multiply through by minus 1/5 on every term, and you get exactly this matrix here in fraction form. And you can enter this in fraction form and it will still be correct. So you don't have to have decimals. And that's how to do it by hand.